Dems are in absolute hysteria over this tweet right here. Musk and Don Jr. with one tweet and one meme have caused the left to go into full panic mode.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was an actual bid made to take on MSNBC, but the fact that it just can't happen.
Or can it? With MSNBC's ratings tanking faster than my 2020 stock portfolio, I'd say the possibilities are endless. This isn't the first time Elon asked how much something is. Buying Twitter started off as a joke too. However, we can safely say Dems aren't laughing.
I think I'm gonna have to hand this off. Yeah.
Hand it off to who, though? Once the 2024 advertising contracts are up and the views are disclosed, they might be in for some financial trouble. With views tanking, advertisers not renewing, and Morning Joe apologizing,
what we did agree on was to restart communications.
What option is left but to sell?
I'll make that deal. How about you, Udovich? You make that deal?
I'd make that deal.
I don't blame you. Damn good deal.
It just can't happen in real life.
And we
just
can't.
It's not even
for sale.
It's not officially for sale.
The last
it's not
time
even
he
realistic.
mused about maybe buying something,
it's not even realistic in real life.
No, they can live in denial all they want, but eventually someone from Comcast is going to come along and say,
"It's the biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard."
Now, Comcast is valued at about $150 billion after losing 10% of their overall value in 2023.
They are letting literal Nazis into their den of idolatrous Trump worship. I guess it makes sense since CPAC goes beyond just Trump worship by also serving as the coming together of those pushing white replacement theory and anti-immigrant bigotry. And it's not far from that conference in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, no question there why they lost 10% of their net worth. Calling half of the nation Nazis probably isn't the most sound financial play, but I digress. How long is MSNBC going to allow this financial blunder due to race hustling and fear-mongering? Now, I'm not sure, but according to these clips, everybody seems to be feeling pretty safe.
So, Carrie, I want to ask you about this idea of media takeover, because after Elon Musk purchased Twitter, changed it into X, there's no doubt that he exercised some power there. So how do you hear this even in jest kind of purchase of a cable network?
Good to be with you tonight.
Good to be with you as well.
Thanks for having me. I think that we should believe everything that is said coming from this administration. I don't think that we have the luxury to dismiss it as him being someone who's being funny or someone who is just being himself or that is his brand. X, and you said in some ways, always. I feel like X, I don't know if anyone is on it in any capacity. I don't know if you're on it. You're the only one? You're on it? You all are on it? Okay. I've actually decided to take a rest of peace because it is not a peaceful place for me. And I know if, in fact, you don't agree with this current administration, most people can say that it's not a peaceful place. I wouldn't be surprised if there was an actual bid made to take on MSNBC, but the fact that it just can't happen in real life.
And we just can't. It's not even
for sale.
It's
not officially for sale.
The last
it's not
time
even
he
realistic.
mused about maybe buying something.
It's not even realistic in real life. But I do believe that media, everyone sitting here at this table, if you don't agree, we're in for some tough years ahead. I do believe that we are not going to be able to be as safe or say what we want to. I don't think free speech is going to be as free.
Now, Scott, I want to bring you in here because this kind of link to Orban, we don't pull it from nowhere. There was a former member of the Hungarian parliament who was writing in Politico who kind of talked about this effort by that government and how specific it was in terms of purchasing media specifically for propaganda. Do you hear why they're making that connection?
I mean, is the concern that certain media outlets would become propaganda arms of political ideologies? I mean, don't we already have that in this country at a large scale? I mean, also, I heard what you're saying about X. I saw a survey this week. It's now the most ideologically balanced user platform of any platform.
Stop. It's too early. I just sat down. I've only been here for 2 minutes.
You're going to be embarrassed when I tweet out after the show, but
you
it's
cannot
true.
say that. That's not the case. Who's the source of that?
What I find, we've reported it on this network.
It's not accurate, and you know it.
God bless Scott Jennings for exposing that table of race-hustling radicals. Just because it disagrees with their viewpoint, they literally said their own network reporting is wrong because it's not what they want to hear. Oh no, Twitter couldn't be the most centered platform? It could never happen because Elon's a Republican, and Republicans are Nazis.
Okay, I'll let you make your
Scott,
statement.
can I
but my point is
can I
this.
reframe it a different way? Because the site changed radically, right? So whether you think the voices it is somehow more balanced now, that's fine. But no doubt Musk's influence is profound, and that you open it up and now you're there with his opinion, and he is now part of this administration. So does anyone else think that there should be this greater concern about billionaires purchasing media companies?
Okay. Would you be worried if Bill Gates controlled MSNBC?
No, because he's sane.
Because MS in MSNBC
it was MS.
comes from Microsoft. It was a partnership between Microsoft and NBC way back in the 1990s, back when Microsoft was under investigation by Bill Clinton's DOJ for monopoly. I don't remember anybody panicking over MSNBC back then.
No, they definitely did. But yeah, continue. Well, like Fox was launching, MSNBC was launching. The cable news network was shifting. The landscape was shifting.
Isn't the issue that the left has gotten so used to controlling almost all institutional information distribution arms in this country that when one little piece of it, whether it's X or MSNBC or anything else, gets taken away, the panic is so outrageous. I mean, that's how used to the left is having control of all of it.
I mean, he's exactly right. All these platforms are tools of the Democratic Party. And when they start to lose some of these assets, they lose the ability to race hustle and fearmonger into gaining people's votes. Now, they will absolutely deny it, but anyone with common sense can see it's true.
I think that that's an accurate assessment when you look at something like Sinclair Broadcasting Group that has purchased most of the local newspapers and local television stations and sends out distributed information that their anchors are supposed to follow for the correspondence. That is a conservative-leaning group. I think the difference, though, I'm not siding with Elon Musk at all here. The one thing to point out is that platforms are not regulated right now, which gives them carte blanche to whatever they want right now. Elon is not someone who likes to be regulated. And so to buy MSN, he would go under some federal regulations.
Who's regulating CNN right now?
The FCC.
We're not a broadcast. It's cable.
I mean, I don't really think cable stations are under the same regulatory structure
It doesn't go over public airwaves.
that broadcast is.
It's definitely regulated more than than Facebook and
There's
Twitter.
still, what she's saying is that there's still a litmus test of journalism that you have to pass. You can't
That you
come on
don't have
TV
on
and just make
platforms.
make up things and say things.
Yes, they can't just get on national television and just say whatever they want. Like, that hasn't been happening for 4 years straight. The Hunter Biden pardon.
Is there any possibility that the president would end up pardoning his son?
No. NBC News is reporting that President Biden is expected to pardon his son, Hunter Biden.
Trump's a fascist.
It is straight up fascism.
And Joe Biden is as sharp as attacked.
With the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Yeah, no, definitely no lying there. However, here are some facts. Recent reports show all-time lows for the far-left news network, if you can even call it that. And with their ratings being beaten by everyday conservative YouTubers like Political Hive Mind and the Cartier family, it's only a matter of time before they revamp or go up for resale. Now, do I think Elon will buy it? I think if they continue to push the radical agenda and fake news, it may push him over the edge into buying it and doing the same thing to the staff he did at Twitter.
Jim, I'm sorry, you're fired. Get out of here.
But hey, that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. Thank you for tuning in. If you want to see some more topics I covered, click the video in the top left-hand corner. Thanks.